New Hero Xtreme 160 are unveiled. New Hero Passion Pro BS6. New Hero Glamour BS6 launched. Hero MotoCorp today unveiled the new Xtreme 160R and launched the new Passion Pro BS6 and the new Glamour BS6 in India. The two-wheeler manufacturer also introduced the Xpulse 200 Rally kit that will be sold at select dealerships from the next month. New Hero Xtreme 160R, New Hero Passion Pro BS6, New Hero Glamour BS6, engine. Powering the new Xtreme 160R is a BS6 compliant, air-cooled, 160cc, electronic fuel injection engine that delivers 15 bhp and comes mated to a 5-speed constant mesh gearbox. The bike can make 0 to 60 kmph in 4.7 seconds. The new Passion Pro gets a BS6 compliant, 110cc, Xsense programmed fuel injection mill that generates 9.02 bhp and 9.79 Nm of torque. Making its way into the new Glamour is a BS6 compliant, 125cc, Xsense programmed fuel injection motor that churns out 10.73 bhp and 10.6 Nm of torque. Both Passion Pro BS6 and Glamour BS6 feature auto sail technology and I3S, idle start-stop system. New Hero Xtreme 160R, New Hero Passion Pro BS6, New Hero Glamour BS6, specifications. All the three motorcycles sit on a diamond frame. The Xtreme 160R gets 37mm telescopic front forks and a 7-step adjustable rear monoshock. There are 17-inch wheels with 276mm front and 220mm rear pedal disc brakes. Both Passion Pro BS6 and Glamour BS6 come with an increased front and rear suspension travels and better ground clearance. The two bikes also feature a front disc brake. New Hero Xtreme 160R, New Hero Passion Pro BS6, New Hero Glamour BS6, features. The new Xtreme 160R features LED headlamp, LED tail lamp, LED turn indicators, hazard light switch, inverted digital display and segment first side stand engine cutoff. The 2020 Passion Pro features new headlamp, signature tail lamp, triple-tone graphics and digi-analog cluster with real-time mileage indicator. The new Glamour comes with features like new headlamp, LED tail lights and alloy wheels. In bad faith and biased exercise of powers, Ovaisi hits out on Aadhaar body's notice to 127 in Hyderabad. Saying words used in notices sent is verification of citizenship and not validity of Aadhaar, Asaduddin Ovaisi tweeted that the exercise was in bad faith. Ovaisi also asked how many of the 127 listed people are Muslim and Dalit. AIMM chief Asaduddin Ovaisi has hit out at the central government after a row erupted over the Aadhaar authorities summoning a man in Hyderabad and asking him to prove his citizenship. Reacting to Aadhaar nodal agency clarification that notices to 127 people have nothing to do with citizenship, Asaduddin Ovaisi accused the Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, of bias and asked how many of the 127 listed are Muslim and Dalit. First, UIDAI has no power to verify citizenship. It has few powers to look into some cases of Aadhaar being granted incorrectly, Rules 27 and 28, Asaduddin Ovaisi wrote on Twitter on Wednesday. Ovaisi alleged that the UIDAI did not follow due procedure and abused its powers, which he said resulted in panic among people. Following UIDAI's clarification that its Hyderabad office had sent notices to people for allegedly obtaining Aadhaar numbers on false pretenses, Ovaisi cited notice served to MD Sattar, which asked him to appear before the inquiry officer, a deputy director of UIDAI, to prove all claims of citizenship. The deputy director in this case made it about verifying citizenship, which they aren't empowered to do. The words used in the notice are verification of citizenship, not validity of Aadhaar. So will UIDAI suspend the deputy director who issued this notice? Ovaisi asked. The AIMM chief alleged that the action was an example of biased exercise of the powers. On UIDAI saying the notices were issued following reports from the police, Asaduddin Ovaisi asked Telangana DGP to confirm if his department shared a list of 127 names with the UIDAI and on what grounds. Which police officer provided you with this information? At Uidai can Telangana DGP confirm if they shared a list of 127 names with Uidai? Can they tell us on what grounds? Since Uidai has now shifted the responsibility to Tinagan police, it is their responsibility to clear the air, Asaduddin Owaisi said. The AIM chief further requested the Uidai and Telangana police to how many of those notified are Muslim and Dalit. And Telangana police, please stop asking for Aadhaar during your search and cordon operations. You are not legally permitted to do so, Asaduddin Owaisi wrote. Chennai NTCA March live updates. Thousands marched to Secretariat in demand for resolution against Citizenship Amendment Act. Chennai NTCA protest today live news updates. Thousands of people are marching to the Secretariat at 4th Street, George, demanding that the Tamil Nadu Assembly pass a resolution against the Citizenship Amendment Act. Chennai NTCA March today live updates. Thousands of people are marching to the Secretariat at 4th Street, George in Chennai Wednesday to demand that the Tamil Nadu Assembly pass a resolution against the Citizenship Amendment Act. The rally began at 10 a.m. from Kalaivana Arangam. The march is being held despite the Madras High Court passing an interim order Tuesday denying permission for the same. A bench of Justices M. Satyanarayana and R. Hemalata had passed the order on APIL seeking direction to the police to restrain the protesters from holding the rally. The next hearing is on March 11. Meanwhile, Commissioner of Police A.K. Viswanathan confirmed that thousands of police personnel are deployed in the area to prevent any untoward incidents. The COP earlier said protesters would be detained as the HC had denied permission for the march. DMK, the main opposition party, had earlier attempted to move an anti-CAA resolution in the House. However, it was disallowed by Speaker P. Dhanpal. Workload takes toll but will play all formats for at least 3 more years, Virat Kohli. India captain Virat Kohli is preparing himself for a rigorous 3 years of playing all 3 formats, after which he might reassess his workload amid a transition phase setting in. The world's premier batsman is looking at the bigger picture in Indian cricket with 2 T20 and 150 over World Cup in the next 3 years, after which he might decide on playing 2 of the 3 formats. My mindset is on the bigger picture as I prepare myself for a rigorous 3 years from now, and after that we might have a different conversation, Kohli replied when asked if he is having second thoughts about quitting at least one format after the 2021 World T20 in India. The skipper was speaking to the media ahead of the 2-test series against New Zealand starting on Friday. He didn't mince any words while admitting that fatigue and workload management are issues that need to be discussed at all forums. It's not a conversation you can hide away from in any manner. It is around 8 years now that I have been playing 300 days a year, which includes traveling and practice sessions. And intensity is right up there all the time. It does take a toll on you, the Indian captain was forthright in his reply. Kohli, who will turn 31 this year, agreed that periodic breaks have worked well for him. It's not that the players are not thinking about it all the time. We do choose to take lot more breaks individually even though the schedule might not allow you to. Especially from guys who play all the formats. For Kohli, it is not just about his performance alone but also the leadership which needs him to have his brain ticking all the time to devise strategies. It's not easy being captain, having that intensity in the practice sessions. It does take a toll on you. Periodic breaks seem to work pretty okay for me. I think World Test Championship as an ICC tournament should be right up there. All the other tournaments for me they start under that. This is probably the biggest of them all as every team wants to make it to the final at the Lords. We are no different. At a time where the body can't take anymore, maybe when I am 34 or 35, we will have a different conversation. For the next 2 to 3 years I have no issues at all, he said. The skipper understands his presence and peak performance is crucial till the 2023 World Cup, after which he understands that the next phase of transition will set in. I can keep going on with the same intensity and also understand that the team wants a lot of my contribution in the next 2 to 3 years, so that I can ease into another transition that we faced 5-6 years ago, he said, referring to the retirements of Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid and VVS Laxman. Assam, voter list of 4 years, land records. 15 documents can't prove citizenship. Jabida Begum submitted as many as 15 documents to back her claim of citizenship after being declared a foreigner of Post 1971 stream by a foreigners tribunal in May 2019, but they were rejected by the Guwahati High Court. As many as 15 documents, which included voter lists of 4 years, a parent's NRC clearance, land revenue payment receipts, certificates from the village headman attesting to permanent residency and marriage, ration card, PAN card and bank passbook, have been rejected by the Guwahati High Court as proof of Indian citizenship. In an indication of the challenges that lie ahead in an NRC exercise, Jabida Begum alias Jabida Khatun, of Guwahari village in Tamulpur of Baksar district, submitted these documents to back her claim of citizenship after being declared a foreigner of Post 1971 stream by a foreigners tribunal in May 2019. She lost the challenge with the High Court ruling that she failed to prove her linkage with her projected parents and her projected brother. To be considered an Indian citizen in Assam, one has to prove either she or her ancestors have been living in Assam before 1971, the Assam Accord cut-off date. To make it to the NRC, the final list has since been rejected by the Assam government. One had to submit documents that established pre-1971 ancestry. 2 sets of documents, List A and List B, were admissible. List A had documents establishing that the person or their ancestors lived in Assam prior to 1971, NRC of 1951, pre-1971 voter lists, etc. People born after 1971 could submit List B documents, PAN card, birth certificate, etc., to link themselves to a pre-1971 ancestor. Jabida Begum's advocate Ahmad Ali said she is about 50, illiterate and quite poor. We gave a number of documents, but the court was not satisfied since it felt that the documents were not enough to prove linkage to her parents, Ali said. Syed Botnur Rahman, also an advocate in the High Court, said, what worked against Begum is that she was not able to link her relationship with her parents. The 1997 voter list she submitted had her husband's name and not her parents' names. Moreover, it had marked her D or a doubtful voter. Technically, the court order has no fault. While the Gav Panchayat document is a valid certificate and can be used for linkage for a married woman, it is subject to further scrutiny. Rahman said Jabida Begum could file a review petition in the High Court or approach the Supreme Court. She can question why her Gavbura, village headman, certificate was rejected as a linkage document despite the Gavbura personally attesting the same in the FT. Also, under Section 50 of Evidence Act, her brother's testimony is enough to prove that she is his sister, he said. The judges, in their order, said, in the instant case, the petitioner claimed that she is the daughter of Lieutenant Jabd Ali and Jahura Khatun at Jahera Kharan. She could not file any documents to link herself with her projected parents. Certificates issued by a village Gavbura can never be the proof of citizenship of a person. Such certificate can only be used by a married woman to prove that after her marriage, she had shifted to her matrimonial village. Rupjan Begum vs. Union of India, reported in 2018, 1 SCC 579. This court in MD Babul Islam vs. Union of India, WP, C. 3547/2016, has already held that PAN card and bank documents are not proof of citizenship. MD Samsul Ali, the projected brother of the petitioner, adduced evidence before the tribunal. He claimed to be 33 years old and his name appeared in the voter list of 2015. The petitioner could not file any documents to link herself with her projected brother, MD Samsul Ali. Land revenue paying receipts do not prove a citizenship of a person. Therefore, we find that the tribunal has correctly appreciated the evidences placed before it and we could not find any perversity in the decision of the tribunal. That being the position, we would reiterate that the petitioner failed to prove her linkage with her projected parents and her projected brother. Therefore, we find that this writ petition is devoid of merit and accordingly, we dismiss the same, the order stated.